Hi, it's Sandy from CraftySandyStampin'Up.net. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Victoria, Australia. Thanks for being with me this afternoon. We have the new mini catalogue that runs from August to December. There are lots of lovely goodies in here, and with every $90 order you can choose a free gift from the Celebration brochure. There are lots of lovely free gifts. These two are, no, that one's $180 spend. You get the free summer shadow dies that corresponds with the shaded summer stamp set. There's textured frames, there's counting sheep with the sheep dies too. They are free with a $90 order. And today I'd like to show you some of the cards I've made with Feels Like Home free stamp set with a $90 order. Right, now I've made 4 cards so far. They're all slimline. We have little card Big Thanks for spring. We have little card Big Thanks with a blue bicycle for summer. We have an autumn card, just a card to say hello. They've each got a little bit of detail inside. And I made a Christmas cheer throughout the year with stars, and it's got the stars inside. Now today's card, I'm using Cherry Cobbler. The card size is 8x8 scored at 4. The inside mat is 7 7/8 by 3 5/8 with a piece of Cherry Cobbler which I have torn down the side, which will go inside. Then we have the top mat is 7.5 by 3 5/8, and the Cherry Cobbler is 7 6/8 by 3 7/8, which all fit perfectly on the front. Now for the stamp, I've used Feels Like Home, the front door with a bicycle. For the sentiment, I've used A Joyful Christmas to You and Yours from Merriest Moments. For the corners of the card front, I've used the little fancy lights from Festive Corners, which was from last Christmas. And I've used the Tasteful Label dies to cut the die for the sentiment. Now let's get and stamp the house. Correction, the front door. As it's such a big stamp, I find it best to put the ink pad to the stamp just to make sure you get a good coverage. I'm using grey granite for this, and I find that it comes up nicely dark so that you can see to colour. It can be done with stamping blends, but they generally bleed through to the back of the card. So I've used the Stampin' Up! Coloured pencils for this, and it comes up really nicely so that you don't need to see me doing pencil colouring. Just by chance I have one already finished. Now this I've done, as I said, in coloured pencils, and I've also used, as it's for a Christmas card, I've also used the Stampin' Up! Shimmery White embossing paste. Now it's got the Glad wrap over it to keep it moist inside. When I come to show you how to do it, I use my palette knife Or it's disappeared. There it is. Okay, let's put the card together. For the top, I use the multi-purpose glue. I have to say that I'm really looking forward to doing lots and lots of Christmas cards this year. Christmas is one of my favourite times, as are birthdays. And this isn't going to play, is it? Nope. There we go. My bone folder. On such a big size card, I like to make sure that the cardstock is secure. For the inside piece, I've made it slightly smaller so that I can get the edge of it and it doesn't make it too bulky. There we go. Now with this, all I simply did was just tear it so that it makes it with a jagged edge. I quite like that look, and it makes it look a little bit different inside. Just have to be careful when you get to the end. Right. It obviously curls up, but that's simple to rectify. I prefer the side that isn't torn. You don't see the actual tear. This side I prefer. So let's pop that on. There we go. And just for a little bit of interest, there we go. I will stamp the little fairy lights in grey granite just to give it a bit of interest. Missed that piece. See if we can be clever. Near enough. There we go. Pop one this side. There. And we've got a dirty mark. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. We'll pop a few little fairy lights on. And choose a few more colours. We can go over these with a little bit of, if I can remember the name of it, a little bit of Wink of Stella. just to give it a bit of a shine. I've always loved colouring with coloured pencils from when I was little, so I'm sure there are lots of others that find that they're relaxing while they're doing a little bit of colouring. Nearly done. We'll just pop a few more yellow in there. Right. Grab a blender pen and just rub over them just slightly. Obviously you're going to get a little bit of not a good idea. There we go. Right, now to the front of the card. I do like a nice border around the front. There we go. The door I've used Wink of Stella, and the bike and the foliage. Right, now let's pop on the sentiment. I think we can use that with dimensionals. For a great tip, I've popped on wide packing tape onto the front, or the back, yeah, onto the front of the dimensional pack. Seal it over with your blender, with your scoring tool, and what it does, it keeps all the little slips of paper that find their way into everything, and you just peel them off and it's sticky and ready to go. That tip was from Jilly Bling. I saw on her blog a little while ago. I'll put the link to her YouTube video for that in my description below. Right, now we can have a bit of fun with the shimmer embossing paste. I can find the opening. There we go. Right. I usually find that it's best if you can get the paste onto the flat side of the, oh dear, the brain's gone today. I just touch it on to the card. Just gives that little bit extra shimmer. I think it's a fun thing to do. Palette knife, that's what I was thinking of. There we go. And because it's got a shimmer inside, once it dries it's lovely and shimmery. Pop that on. And don't forget to clean off your palette knife. At the moment I've got a tissue, so otherwise it sticks to it, which it did yesterday. So there we go. I think we might need a little spot of bling on there somewhere, if we can find them. There we go. We have Holiday Rhinestones Basic Jewels. Aren't they gorgeous? I just love them. So we might have some red ones. Pop some red ones just on here. Being careful not to get my head in the camera, and get glitter paste on my pokey tool. How about we have a gold one for the front door? Pop that little one there, because I like to have 3 rhinestones or 3 pearls. It's just a really lovely idea for a Christmas card, or for any season, or a birthday card. Anyway, thank you for watching my little YouTube video, and should you like to subscribe to my channel, please click the red bell and you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Please give me a thumbs up or leave a comment, or both. Thank you for joining me today. Stay safe and stay happy. Happy crafting.